Once again, a list of colors used in this work. If you don't have a certain color, you can use another one. I don't know if you remember how it looked in the sketch, but the next step was to paint the sky. However, before you start painting the sky, you make sure that this top layer, this first wash, has dried. Only then can you do as I did, which is to use some extra sheet of paper to make it mask off for you the areas that you don't want to spray with water. And use a sprayer to spray the sky. This will provide us with such drops on the paper, and it will make it a little bit easier to paint the shapes of the clouds. Well, and I start here with a mixture of purple, a little bit with cobalt, while I have to leave these clouds shapes unpainted. So it's important that these water droplets aren't too many, because then you won't be able to paint these clouds edges, which stay white for now. Well, and the closer we get to the horizon, I add more cerulean blue. Well, and there lower to the right, I add a little bit of natural sienna, so this color of the sky will get so softly green, but then it will transition to brown. So as you can see, the color of the sky is not solid blue, it changes. This is important. With large washes, this color transition, gradient, is important. In this case, from purple through cobalt blue, cerulean blue and sienna natural. And now it will be similar on the left side. I also paint out the sky, leaving room for clouds. Try to paint big washes with big brushes. It will be faster because a large brush absorbs more water, more pigment. You don't have to soak it in a container of water every now and then. Here you don't have to rush. Also use gravity, the fact that you can change the angle of your board, then your watercolor will blend better. This color will blend better this way. And the gradient will come out nicer, smoother. Now we have to wait a little bit, and you can set the work flat so that this wash has time to soak into the paper a little bit, because in the next step we will paint the clouds. We don't want the colors that are going to be on the clouds, which will be different color, to spread completely over the color of the sky for us. We want these washes to blend together, but not too much. From now I start with the shadows, with the clouds, and here I use sepia with purple. Here, when painting these shadows, try to use thick, denser pigment. Similarly, now with the clouds too. Don't dilute the pigment too much. And at the first stage, try to make sure that the cloud wash does not merge too quickly with the sky wash yet. Here you have to wait for the right moment to do it. Otherwise, this red and orange color will completely spread across the sky. And use a thick pigment with a small amount of water. This will also assure you that these edges won't blend together too much. Here at the bottom we can already merge the washes, because here the washes has already dried strongly. So these clouds just leave such a border around, so soft. Notice that the color of the sky is set so that closer to the horizon we have more orange. Closer to the upper left corner we have more magenta. And then even purple in the final stage. Well, and now I'm just combining these clouds at the very top of the work. I waited a while so I wouldn't do it too fast. This is where time management for such a sky is a key. Note also that we have larger clouds at the top of the work. And the closer we get to the horizon, these clouds get smaller and smaller. This is related to the perspective of the sky. Well, and as I said, the top of these clouds will change in direction even from magenta to magenta combined with purple in the upper left corner. Well, we have almost closed the whole sky. And we're ready to move on in a moment. While the sheet is still wet, you can still make some modifications, changes to this color. If you have already put water somewhere, it will hold this moisture for quite a long time in this technique of wetting the paper on two sides. Such corrections are possible. Remember to collect excess water with a handkerchief at the edge of the paper, because a lot of water collects there. If your paper is slowly starting to peel off, these corners are starting to peel off. This is a good time to add some water from underneath. And then on the top, in the corners of the paper, also apply water, whether with a sprayer or brush, but clean water and the paper will stick again. Well, and now we can calmly still complete the sky where it is visible in these window openings. Notice that you can still see the under-drawing lines on the wash of the wall we painted at the beginning. So it's important to make the underdrawing, the sketch, this pencil sketch, in such a way that later, after you have just applied the first layer of paint, you can see this underdrawing underneath. Because we are going to use it painting more shadows on the architecture or structure of the stone wall. Here, still finishing this cloud, you can see how these colors blend together, but don't spread all over the sky.